this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Random Race Hollywood. We are here, back in my hotel room. Apparently I had a brush of death as well, and I can't remember that, but okay. The sight of all those bodies stayed fresh in my mind. What if our places had been reversed and my corpse was lying there right now while they walked free? If not for my mysterious savior, that the garage, the situation might have come true. Hello? Right before I climbed into bed, I got a worried phone call from Randal. Oh, he'd already heard the rumors about what happened. Once he made sure I was alright, we talked for a little while longer, and he seemed delighted to hear my voice. Finally, just as the sun was beginning to creep over the horizon, we said our goodbyes, although Randal seemed reluctant to let me go. Oh, cute. The thought didn't give me any comfort as I huddled in for another dreamless rest. Ring, ring! A loud noise jolted me awake. It was the phone. Someone was ringing me at the ungodly hour of 7:18 p.m. After shaking off the haze of sleep, I reached out to grab the receiver. You better have a good reason for waking me up. Say nothing hello. I usually say hello all the time, but apparently Tyler says I never say anything, so I'm gonna be quiet. No reply. Had they already hung up? It might have been the wrong number. Then all of a sudden, a soft, bitter sob leaked out from the other end of the line. I couldn't recognize the voice. It wasn't a woman's, but it didn't sound much like any man I knew either. Are you okay? Who are you? Is this kind of a prank call? I don't think it's a prank call. Are you okay? The pitiful whimpers almost sounded like they were trying to form words, but I couldn't make anything out, only the sound of grief. Shuddering inhales between choked sobs. Seriously, who's there? Randal? Heath? Marcus? Hang up? What's wrong? Please tell me? Like, I'm not like a superhero out here. I'm a vampire. I don't think I can be a hero, so I'm not gonna be like, please tell me. But I wouldn't hang up. I think I wouldn't say anything. I stayed silent, listening to the quiet weeping that filtered through the receiver. Maybe if I waited, they'd eventually say something. Oh, they did not. But instead, the line abruptly cut off. I reflexively shook my head. What if it was a kidnapping and they couldn't tell me they were kidnapped, and I'm like not being very helpful to myself? I reflexively shook my head, and even though the voice was gone, I felt like I could still hear those quiet sobs echoing in my ears. It hadn't sounded like anyone I knew, but what if it was? Call Randal? Or go back to sleep? I'll call Randal. Even though the voice probably wasn't Randal's, but mine was already racing through the worst possible scenarios. At least I knew his number, though unlike the others. I want to be able to go back to sleep like this. Better to call and make sure that he was alright. Shouldn't we already be awake anyway? Wait, no, no, we should be awake. It's PM. Quickly dialing Randal's number, I listened to it ring once, twice, 3 times. Yeah? Who is this? I was gonna freak the fuck out. Randal's gruff granny rang out, same as always. Hey Randal, just wanted to make sure you were okay. You didn't happen to just call me, did you? No, I don't think he did. I just wanted to call to make sure you were okay. Oh, mi chica, you're thinking about me. Aren't you just a peach? Well, yeah, I'm fine, nothing to worry about. So, was there a particular reason you called, or were you just lonely? I'm just lonely. No, we gotta solve this situation. Someone called me crying, then they hung up. Huh, that's pretty strange. I heard a faint rustling sound like he was scratching his beard. Maybe it was the wrong number. Someone had tears in their eyes. They'd probably missed the buttons. He paused for a moment, clearing his throat. Oh, actually, I wanted to ask you something. See, ever since tensions started heating up, I haven't really been able to see Marcus. His place is pretty close to Charisse's turf, and he hasn't been picking up any calls for a while. With the way things are going, well, I wanted to drop by his place tonight, get to catch up a little. Who knows when I'll be able to see him again. Anyway, I was hoping you'd come with me. I guess if you want me to. You didn't want to visit him alone? Nah, it's more like you said you two know each other, so I figured he'd like to see you again. Who wouldn't? Oh. Besides, paying Marcus a visit is always a great time. You ever been to his shop before? I hate going to his shop because editing is a hell. Yeah, it's unforgettable to say the least. Yes, and it's incredible. Maybe you should pick something out for me. Yo! That is too much. We're doing that. Man, that's a great idea. I'm sure Marcus wouldn't act like a smug dick about it the whole time or anything. I'm not reading that. Randall snickered, clearly amused by the thought. I'll meet you there in about an hour, alright? No, God. I really hate Marcus's shop just for editing purposes. And hey, be careful on the streets, Michiko. His voice abruptly grew solemn. After those two crazy vampires jumped you, don't you fucking dare go anywhere dangerous by yourself, okay? You never know what can happen these days. Feels like nobody's ever really safe. Okay. Let's forget about the person crying on the phone, though. His quiet warning stayed in my ears after we hung up, even as I readied myself to leave the hotel. It mingled with my memory of the mysterious caller, and though I knew it had probably been just a prank or a wrong number, something about it still haunted me. I mean, yeah, if you pick up a phone and just hear someone crying, they're not really telling you what's going on or anything, and then they just hang up. That's kind of freaky. Well, you're a sight for sore eyes. Hi, Randall! It's been so long! When I arrived at Blood and Roses a short while later, Randall was already waiting for me. Something about him seemed different tonight. I saw the circlet flickering over his head again. Not gold, but oxygen-deprived blue. Scabrous? He's just gonna stand there and stare at me? Come here! Oh, do I get a hug? He pulled me into his arms, nuzzling an affectionate kiss. Oh, I get a kiss? What? To the top of my head. What? Whoa! I didn't remember going, like, I don't remember this relationship. I missed you. Hug him tightly. Are you feeling okay, Randall? We shouldn't stay out here too long. Discard goals might see you. No, I missed you. I missed you too, Michiko. His arms returned my squeeze, but more gently, cradling instead of crushing me. Feels like you're the only person who really gets me sometimes. As I separated, a smile quickly crawled back over his lips. Come on, let's head inside. I didn't call him before I left, so it's gonna be a surprise visit. But he's got the open sign on, so I'm guessing we can enter his orifice, or what? I mean, his office. What? What? Oh God, here we go again. I followed Randall through the door, unaware of what we'd find. The gaudy gothic depths of B&R welcomed me in once more. Its velvet walls reminiscent of an artificial bloom. There's no sign of Marcus, but I could sense a presence nearby. And for the sake of all the vampires in Los Angeles, it's necessary that... Beg your pardon, good queen. It would appear that we have visitors. Good queen? Is it Charisse? A pair of voices rang out from beyond the shelves. One belonged to Marcus, but the other was just as familiar. Okay, I don't have to edit this part. Maybe. There's a painting right there. I don't know if that's too gaudy or not. Oh, when we rounded the corner, Randall stopped dead in his tracks. It is Charisse. Hello. Charisse stared back at Randall with a mix of shock and horror. It was like someone had told her the hotel burned to the ground. No, even then, she probably wouldn't look so appalled. Hi. Well, now isn't this a chairman's little congregation? Marcus, on the other hand, was beaming as if Christmas had just come early. The Red Queen, the Superstar, myself, and Michiko, our Grand Liberator. Shall I fetch the tea and scones? Or, no, perhaps something a little lighter, since the two of you are undoubtedly already suffering from indigestion. Instead of clobbering us with all your dull humor, Marcus, perhaps you could explain what Randall and Michiko are doing here. We just came to visit, literally. We're not a magic trick Marcus pulled out. I was under the impression that this was to be a private meeting. And I was under the impression that there's a fucking open sign outside, so I didn't need a goddamn warrant to come in. It didn't take very long for them to recover their wits and start shooting hateful remarks at each other. Maybe we should all calm down. Yeah? Maybe we should just calm down. Well, unlike you, Randall, I am here attempting to find a way to end this city's conflict peacefully. Peacefully? Am I missing something here? Because the way I see it, it'd be pretty fucking peaceful if you just stepped down, like we've gone through 1,000 goddamn times before. Oh yes, of course, how silly of me. Let me just throw away all of the work I've done to make Los Angeles a safer place for all of us. For the first time since I'd met her, Charisse sounded legitimately furious, her normal composed voice full of passion. The territorial boundaries to avoid conflicts, the rules to keep us from slaughtering each other, the system that prevents new vampires from being spontaneously turned and thrown into the world, jeopardizing all of our existences. And what makes you think your leadership is the important part in all of that? Randall cut Charisse off with a snarl, pointing an accusing finger at her face. Plenty of other cities with vampires get along just fine without tyrants telling them what to do. Why the fuck is LA any different? This city has the highest vampire population in the world. Don't you understand that? If I may be so bold as to interrupt. Marcus gently raised a hand. The other two reluctantly paused, turning their attention towards him. Oh god, sorry. Even though he had two of LA's most powerful and angry vampires standing in his shop, Marcus looked incredibly relaxed, and I had to wonder if he'd planned all of this from the start. Then again, nothing really seemed to catch Marcus off guard. Surely we are all aware that the conflict in Los Angeles is ascending, and in its rickety cable car to tumultuous finale? It will not be long now before our redeemer and villain become clear, yet who they are still remains as murky as the light polluted sky. The three of us are all rather biased, and we've been established in the city for some time now. However, bitch, he's pulling me into this conversation. With a slow, elusive smirk curling over his lips, Marcus gestured grandly towards me. Two pairs of sharp eyes flicked onto my face. Our friend Michiko here, despite her close ties to Randall, may have a more lucid take on things, especially considering her recent arrival. Tell us, Michiko, what are your thoughts on the redemption of LA? Randall's right, Charisse, you need to step down. Charisse is right, we need rules to keep us safe. Why can't we come to a compromise? Why can't we come to a compromise? The room went completely silent, though outside the shop's windows I heard the dual hum of the traffic droning on. In that moment, the anger between Charisse and Randall suddenly seemed to deflate, but the look in their eyes was one of hope. We've tried, Michiko. Randall finally broke the silence, muttering quietly. We don't want to end up wiping each other out. But our houses will not reconcile? From the way Charisse finished Randall's thought, it was clear that they tried this talk before, maybe too many times. At the start of this war, Randall and I tried to find a common ground, to reach a compromise that would work for everyone. Until we finally realized that they don't want a compromise. Oh, they don't want it. Why is there no music, by the way? His gaze drifted between Charisse and me, finally settling on my face with a longing resignation. And so we started speaking out against each other, trying to force the other into leaving or resigning, the things that our followers want. Because the only way for our houses to feel satisfied is for the other one to lose. What the fuck? The room felt quiet again. Marcus leaned against the counter, observing us with his dimly glowing eyes. I wanted to believe that one day you and I would be able to come together, Randall. But it seems that it was only a fool's idealism in the end. With a humorless smile, Charisse shook her head, taking a step towards the door. Wait, Charisse! Yes? Oh, I thought she just left. When she paused to glance back at us, Randall grimaced. Thanks. What are you thanking me for? For letting Michiko come to me, even if it was just to serve your own fucking ends somehow. Oh! He lowered a hand onto my shoulder, grasping me for reassurance. With or without the war, I didn't know I needed her as much as I did. Oh, Charisse blinked at him, speechless. It was hard to blame her. She probably hadn't come here expecting to be genuinely thanked by Randall of all people. Yes, well, depending on how the final die is cast, in the end you might not be so thankful after all. Yeah, I might die, Randall. I died in Heath's route. As her troubled words faded into silence, Charisse vanished around the shelves. The shop door opened and closed a moment later, and then it was only the three of us. None of us spoke. Randall still stood close to my side, but when I glanced over at him, something about his expression seemed strangely withdrawn, shaken, defensive, like an injured creature pulling away from the light. If you want to avoid any further spontaneous encounters with your nemesis, perhaps you should be more careful about the places you visit. Marcus shattered the silence with a dry murmur to Randall, lifting an eyebrow. Sorry, Marcus. I thought I'd come by with Michiko to see you, but I wasn't expecting all that. Yes, you and Michiko. It seems the two of you had decided to damn yourselves further with a certain commitment. What? A relationship? Are we dating? I don't remember that. I'm unsure whether to offer my congratulations or condolences. Whatever happens, happens. Right now I'm happy. Maybe I should offer both. Whatever happens, happens. Right now I'm happy. And if she can be happy with me in shitty times like these, it can only get better, right? Randall gazed affectionately at me, relaxing ever so slightly. Okay, maybe we are dating and I just didn't remember. Despite Marcus's stare, he cupped my cheek with one hand, tracing his thumb lightly across it. Whoa! I'm shy. Now. I would be happy to offer both of you a complimentary gift from my shop, but I'm afraid no licentious acts are permitted on the premises, so please refrain from defiling my emporium of pornography. Sure, but only because you asked nicely. Randall's playful grin lightened his face for a few lingering moments, before it finally faded into a wan, uncertain smile. Well, idle chatter aside, you did come here for a reason, did you not? I did. Well, he did. I didn't. But anyway, this is where we're going to stop for today's episode. I don't remember being so close to Randall like this. Maybe we have. I remember, like, picking silly choices for him that were, like, flirtatious in a way, and he took it. So, I guess our feelings are mutual. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.